Hey everybody, welcome to Divine Thursday for December 3rd, 2020. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. Now, as the adventurers continued and grew more and more powerful, Connie the cleric's deity saw fit to give more of the divine spark to her. And that was a good thing, because the battle that they had against the two green dragons, oh boy, people got really messed up. That poison breath was just horrific. Fortunately, by this time, Connie had the ability to remove all the poison effects, remove the diseases that her companions had received from the horrible minions that the dragons had. And that was because she had the magic of the heal spell. And that is going to be our subject today for Divine Thursday on December 3rd. So let us go ahead and take a look and see how that spell actually works and where it has come from in the history of D&D. All right. Heal is a spell that has been around for a long time, although it always hasn't had the same name, and the effects change a little bit from edition to edition. So we're going to go all the way back to original D&D, and we are going to look at the 6th level clerical spell that was called Cure All in an original D&D. Range of touch, duration permanent. The effect, it cures anything. Okay, this is the most powerful of the healing spells. When used to cure wounds, it cures nearly all damage, leaving the recipient with only 1d6 points of damage. Restore the victim to full starting. Okay, yeah, all right. That's just mechanical instructions. If the spell can remove a curse, neutralize a poison, cure paralysis, cure disease, cure blindness, or even remove feeble mind effect instead of healing. However, it will cure only one thing. If the recipient is suffering from 2 or more afflictions, cleric must name the ailment the spell is intended to cure. If cast on the recipient of a raised dead spell, the cure eliminates the need for 2 weeks of bed rest. The recipient can immediately function normally. This is the only form of magical curing that will work on a newly raised creature. So that is the way this spell originally came into the game. By the time we got to AD&D or first edition, it had gained the name Heal, which it has kept ever since. Again, touch spell, permanent, creature touched. Very potent heal spell enables the cleric to wipe away disease and injury, and the creature who receives the benefits of the spell will completely cure any and all diseases and blindness of the recipient and heal all hit points of damage suffered due to wounds or injury. Now, notice that this is an and not an or. Completely cure any and all diseases and or blindness of the recipient and heal all hit points of damage suffered due to wounds or injury, except 1d4. It dispels a feeble mind spell. Naturally, the effects can be negated by later wounds, injuries, and diseases. The reverse harm infects the victim with a disease and causes loss of all hit points as damage except 1d4 if a successful touch is inflicted. All right. So that is the heal spell. And you notice that instead of curing just one effect, it would cure all effects. All right, now in second edition, this is going to be very close to the first edition spell. If it holds serve, enables a priest to wipe away disease and injury, and the creature receives the benefits of the spell. Completely cures all diseases or blindness. and heals all points of damage suffered due to wounds or injury, dispels a feeble mind, cures those mental disorders caused by spells or injury to the brain, um, and then so almost exactly the same as the first edition version. And then we come to third edition. So the third edition spell was a cleric 6th level spell, and it enables the cleric to channel positive energy into a creature to wipe away injury and afflictions. Immediately ends any and all of the following adverse conditions affecting the target: ability damage, blinded, confused, dazed, dazzled, deafened, diseased, exhausted, fatigued, feeble-minded, insanity, nauseated, sickened, stunned, and poisoned. Also cures 10 hit points of damage per level of the caster to a maximum of 150 points at 15th level. Heal does not remove negative effects, restore permanently drained levels, or restore permanently drained ability score points. Used against an undead creature, heal acts instead like harm. And now we come to 5th edition. So it's a 6th level spell, 1 action, and it will work at range. I believe all these others have required touch, but this one will actually work at range. And choose a creature you can see within range. A surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points. The spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any diseases affecting the target. This spell has no effects on constructs or undead. And then you've probably noticed that a lot of the previous spells and other editions say such and such per level. Like the 3rd edition, it would cure 10 points per level up to 150 hit points at the caster's 15th level. Well, here, if you cast at 6th level, it's a static 70 points. It doesn't matter what level of caster you are, but the way you change that is by upcasting and using a higher spell slot. So that's a philosophical change that D&D has made over the editions. It used to be that the same spell in the same spell slot would get more powerful as the caster got more powerful. Now, the way you change the power of a spell is you put it in a higher spell slot instead of having it cast by a more powerful caster. So when you cast a spell using a slot of 7th, the amount of healing increases by 10 for each slot above 6th. So basically at 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, you can do a maximum of 100 hit points of healing with this spell if you cast it at 9th level, if you have 9th level spell slot. Alright, and that is the heal spell. Really nice spell for um, higher level characters when you start getting into things where the monsters you attack don't simply deal damage, but they want to put conditions on you, diseases and blindness and stuff like that, especially when those are long term and they have a very high threshold to save against. These are um, these are really this is a really handy spell to have with your cleric. All right, that's going to do it for the heal spell. I have been DM Gallibond. If you like everything we're doing here on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click the post notification bell so you can get notified every time new content drops. And in the description below, you'll find all of my social media platforms where you can follow me, as well as how you can watch the actual play D&D sessions that I run every week on my Twitch channel. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for dropping by. Hope you have a wonderful day. Good night, everybody.